Alright, with that last video, I'm gonna post that one. This another one. I'm gonna keep it going. Let's talk about this my journey a little bit more closer. I've really exposed the depths of which I've lived for many ways, and I feel like some of it isn't necessary. I don't have to tell the story of how I got here, but just to bring people in who could resonate with my story. I feel like since I graduated college, I had been navigating through homelessness. And then moving back home, I, was given a family. Well, we had a family home that ended up being under the hands of my uncle. So a lot of things that had transpired where I had to move with my mom. Now, me saying that I've been homeless is me saying that I have not had my own physical place to live, but that doesn't mean I was not supplying shelter. Within all of this, I've had shelter. I had people I could lean on, people who could help me, and it's not in vain. I have to remind myself, and to not to be too comfortable here too, because I still have things I need to be doing, and sometimes I feel like I want to live the ultimate line of being outside, like being on the streets, but also just recognizing like that's type of what sustained me. So I'm grateful that God put people in place to give me shelter. And it has been hard. I know this is not in vain. Like I've been watching things where lately it's this show called 20s that I'm watching on Paramount, and one of the main characters had been like basically couch hopping from friend to place, and all of them had the friend group. Well, two of them out of the three, but they all get into a place where they're getting deep into career. But it hadn't been without trials, is what I'm saying. It hadn't been without being without. It hadn't been without a journey. So I know, like I said, none of this is in vain. Me experiencing homelessness pretty much since 2021, for real, it has been teaching me how to not one, appreciate, for one, but especially one, appreciate the spaces that I've been taking up, the people I've been with, the environments I stayed at. But two, knowing that a lot of things are temporary. And then realizing within myself, what is exactly what do I value and what is it that I want to see? Like I'm comfortable with having little and being without a lot of things. Like through my life, I'm like, okay. And at first, like, it didn't bother me. Like, even growing up, like I remember there were times where we didn't have TV. We didn't watch TV a lot. Like my mom had cable every now and again. Like we had moments where we didn't have a lot of food. And I still experience those type of realities. And not now I'm able to supply myself with some food and even give others food. And even when I talk about food, I mean, and beyond just the food, physical food, like life. I could feed you with my words. I could feed you with my love. I could feed you with my spirit. I could feed you with my energy. Food. Like I'm saying, I'm grateful to be having people in place that can help me or be a support, really. So support me, to say that support me. And as I'm navigating through this world, like reflecting back on that show, the main character, like I'm saying, she actually was a script writer. So she been in many types of relationships, same, and I've been in different types of relationships. She done experienced where she been living here, there, same. Like I literally just moved from home, like back at home, my hometown, April. So in a few, April 6th or April 9th, one of them. And I've been here for 2 months. Just about 2 months. My ears itching like a motherfucker from that talk. And before that, I was staying with, and I was staying like just. So sometimes I'm frustrated with the inconsistencies of not having a set stable home, and even just for myself, ask myself, am I mentally stable in my home, emotionally stable here? And sometimes I'm not, to be truthful. And I might ask myself, what, like, honestly, I remember one at the time when I wanted to live a minimalistic lifestyle, and here I am in that life. Also, I'm in a space of recognizing what I want as a luxury, what I see as a luxurious life for me. And definitely the most number one is my time and my energy and my attention. That's number one. I get to navigate with having to be able to decide whether I want to entertain certain things or give my energy to it. That's a luxury a lot of people don't have. How do you want to move with their time? That spider. Where she going? Hello, baby spider. That's a second spider. I see videos of people, sharing their homelessness journey stories, and I'm encouraged. Like, it inspires me sometimes. So I'm like, sometimes I just don't even want to talk about it or tell people so much about it. But I also just know that we can get out in these situations, or you can get in in this situation. Bird's been real close. But no, that's not the end of the world when you just utilize what you have. And I know that I'm going to. Like, my life's going to look different next year around this time, even in 6 months from now. I know that. Because now I know that I want more. And not in more in the terms of acquiring all these material things. I'm talking about more as in being more passionate and purposeful in my walk. More into actually leading, more into actually showing my face and my gifts. Like, you got this. You got me. More than enough. Like, take good care. I'm drinking out. This kind of like a vision water bottle that I want. Every time I drink out of it, it gives me like I don't know, confirmation. Makes me feel good. Like my goals, me time, travel, inhale, exhale. Head up, heart open. Like slow and steady. Be here now. I feel that's a good concept. A manifestation water bottle. A vision board bottle. So everybody gonna take the book. Go ahead, vision board bottle. And every time you drink it, yeah, drink that water from that vision. Yeah, drink that water for the vision. Yeah, drink that water for the vision. Yeah. I'm just grateful, because God reminds me that I am not alone in my journey. God reminds me that God always reassures me that I'm exactly where I need to be. And even the moments where it seems like I don't have many things, that I have everything I need. Like, who am I without the things? Then who am I with? You know what I'm saying? And taking with them without, who am I? Period. I think that's important to me. Sometimes I realize the moments where I have been floating and coasting and distracting myself from living here, like being like in my purpose, or being afraid, or really with just fear. You know what I'm saying? Fear was the leader. But a lot of times we have to take chances and trust that the chance and the risk that we're willing to take But before I created good, I came here with not a lot of money and not a lot of things. Just myself and knowing that I wanted to get myself back into on my feet. And I'm so grateful for Solar for being a support to me. And sometimes I'm conflicted with the ways I could pour back into her because I don't have much of I do not have much money or like money to give, but like I clean, you know what I'm saying? I gotta now I can provide food in here, so I get food, do what I can. And I hope that she could recognize that I'm also trying to give her in the way I could and receive that. Also knowing people could say when it's not enough. And telling myself that it's required again more of me. It's not all bad. Like I don't have children. Though I'm ready for a family, not yet. Give me about 3, 4, 5 years. Look to me after I hit 30. 35. I'm ready to pop. Yeah. 35. 32. One of them. 27. Nah, I ain't ready to pop my kids up. I'll be having baby fever. I've been seeing kids. Like, oh my God. And realizing I could also go other alternate routes, like adopting. Like I'm really, things aren't gonna get well. I know it. As long as I have this attitude. I still feel bad for not like having the same type of responsibilities as everybody else, like being able to pay rent or just pay for my own, just having my own space. And I tried for a little while, but that shit was hard for me. Like I just can't get jiggy, honestly, because it's like my idea of this fucking world. Really, I really be separating myself from it. Like, why do we have to pay for water? Like, why do we have to pay for lights? Why do we even have to pay for a home? Like, to live in an unnatural space. But also think about my comfort. Like I'm saying, like, I'm wrestling between realizing this truth of this is like a false system, and also knowing that to get out of that mind, like I could supply myself with what I need and see it the way that I see it. Like as far as having a home, starting a family, land. I really want land. So I could, even if I live in a tent, like I don't stay in a tent for, like I remember before I started my job back last year, I had stayed in a tent a whole month before starting, like outside. I like being outside. I like staying outside. And here I thought would be in my tent more, but I wasn't. It was raining a lot. It just didn't feel really comfortable yet. But I know, like within like another week, so week and a half, I will be leaving here for 2 months. So I'm getting myself prepared to go. And then I'm also right now thinking about what I'm gonna do after that. Also just trying to be more present with it. And then realizing to myself, like, I really have poor money management that I want to work or get better with, make better financial decisions. And when I say that, well, I only say that because I don't have financial, like I don't have much money now, because I did at one point. But when I did, I was able to do the things that I wanted to do, and that's my thing. I always think for the moments when I have a lot of, especially like I have a lot of money, I'm giving it away. That's not, I'm always giving it away. I'll be doing the same shit over and over, and that's my lesson, is to not be as basically being mindful of how I spend, being mindful how I utilize my resources. And not always just be so given, especially in the ways of when it's not giving back. And then being mindful of my investments, like that shit. The whole financial conversations that I want to be better about. Like really investing things into assets, things that's gonna grow. I also recognize we moving in a different time. Like I have a lot of, beyond the money, I have a lot of things that are valuable than me, like my abilities, my skills. Like I could grow something. I could bring something back to life. Wait, especially in terms of growing it, like planting seeds and dirt. I could do that. Like creating, like painting, writing. Spoken word, speaking. Being a safe space. Oof, that's a big one. Like I'm at the point, like I'm ready to get paid back. So you're thinking about going back to school. I've been thinking about going back to school. I actually just got accepted into a school, but it's a college here. And I was gonna be starting as a freshman again, but something about that, I was like, even though I got accepted, I'm like, nah, I should finish what I started. I might as well get a master's and a PhD, because I've been thinking about that so heavy. Like, I'm ready for that title, Dr. Roundtree, like, Dr. Oliver, Dr. Oliver. Yes, I'm ready for that. Like, because you have no other reason but to address me as such. And I recognize when people like to diminish the efforts that it go into getting to where you need to go. Even myself, I took away my own power. I took away my, like, the celebration of it, and just the essence of knowing that I did that. Like, I went to school for psychology and I got my bachelor's. But I had also, during that journey, I was grieving a lot. Like, before I graduated, I came to terms, like, I wanted to drop out by the last semester, not gonna lie. Because I was like, school, going through the whole thing, like, they ain't really teaching us, you know what I'm saying? We just give you church regurgitated information and this and that. School is really to indoctrinate, like, going through the mind of what school was. And, but also realizing, like, we can make anything work in our favor. Despite what they say the purpose is, we can make it to be in our favor. Anything. So I was taking away my power, take away the right to say that I actually spent time and hours learning something and got a certificate for it. So it does make me credible. It makes me just as much more, it's a word I'm looking for. So, well, it makes me even more equipped to fulfill that role. Period. And just learning psychology and stuff like that, it's a lot of things that were just accentuated and highlighted for me to be able to verbalize and have words and terms for it. But that's not without me going through a life experiences and knowing some stuff off the bat, even afterwards. We got a lot of things that's going to be taking people out of jobs. But I feel like the most thing that people think, like, AI can't generate, if they can give you all the answers and all the information and all that, but that close, that human connection, that heart to heart, that warm blood, like that personal, but close and personal. Like, I'm at a point now, I'm still working on what focus I want to go into, because psychology is such a broad major about a study. So I want to fine tune like how exactly I want it to show up. But I'm thinking about the psycho-spiritual element of psychology and how we can bridge all of that together. I don't know how I got here, but so so I'm just talking and it's helping me and I like it. So I started out to say, like, despite how your current situations are appearing in your life doesn't mean that you're not where you're supposed to be, and should allow no one to take away from what you already came from or try to add to it. It's only you that live your story. It's only you that walk it. It's only you really went through the experiences. And it's up to you to make something of it and out of it. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap that up like that.